answer to make.
Yeah. So okay, you can make a devote for that kind of discussion for climate change, but the final result is human power with delight. What kind of our conclusion?
Well, I mean, the interesting part is basically
Ordinary people, they are not interested.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
Or some scholars, you know.
The last European elections, the Green Party was getting a very strong support.
Still minority.
It is still a minority.
Still minority. Don't misunderstand. Right. What kind of conclusion do you bring for them? What kind of proposal you can make for them? This is the issue. Okay, if you're going to discuss about current topics and maybe we had better do that, do this, right? Do that, and then okay, we're going to consider for the this discussion for the spending for time. So kind of issue.
So basically, I think what is it? I don't know whether this is doable at all at the moment, but what I think is interesting is like the how to organize the different interests between refugee crisis, climate crisis, economic growth, and the problems that we have with the increasing gap between rich and poor. Those are the four big topics at the moment.
What's the last one?
Gap between rich and poor. These four topics, how can we bring that into some kind of balance? That how can we fix these things?
Anything else?
I think those are the four. Well, I mean, those are the biggest problems, and of course there are a lot of other problems like I don't know, there are regional conflicts and there are problems with diseases, but like poverty is still not eradicated. Religious conflict, but I don't really believe in religious conflict. I think actually religious conflict is just a cover-up for a power strive.
I just they have a lot of religious conflict, but I myself not have interest in Pope. No, I don't.
Pope?
Pope.
But I mean, the only thing is that the Pope now has agreed or raised the idea that maybe they should allow to have married men to become priests in areas where they
Yeah, that's right. Recently, I read news.
That's very sensational, actually.
Yeah, but I don't have interest in it.
Mm.
Maybe religious people sensational, but I don't.
What are you interested in, Kimura-san? What is for you a very hot topic at the moment?
Hot topics?
Hot topic. So, what's the most interesting topic you have?
China-US war.
China-US war?
And there's another China-US war. China-US war. I don't think there will be a China-US war.
And the secret of Trump.
Secret of what do you mean?
Biography.
Biography?
Maybe he puts that his body. There's many dust.
Many what?
Dust. ほこり。
どういう意味？
叩けばほこりが出る。
Ah,
dust.
You mean there is a lot of? Of course, there's a lot of.
Of course.
Of course. もうとんでもないやつでしょ。It's very clear. I mean,
clear.
I don't think it matters because
Too much clear.
everybody knows it, but nobody cares.
Ah.
The same thing with Johnson.
Johnson.
Boris Johnson. There are so many things that ちょっとありえない。People know that he lies. People know that he cheats. People know that he would do things, but they don't mind. They don't care.
Okay. How about Sanders, Democratic Party?
Sanders, Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. He is a very special person in the United States. Why such a person was born?
Bernie Sanders ね。
Bernie Sanders.
だけど、Bernie Sanders will never go mainstream, I'm afraid.
メインストリームじゃない確かに。
He's interesting, but how long will he be able to run still? I mean, he's probably somewhere in his 70s.
More than.
So he doesn't have so much future anymore.
You don't. It's difficult. It means in the world we have heavy problem, heavy issues, but each of those very difficult to.
But the big thing, we have a lot of like global problems, like technology, the gap between rich and poor, climate change.
Oh, by the way, you got a good point. Nationalism and globalism, but good discussion issues we did, right? Past several months, several weeks.
So what we see now is that these global problems, in response, people are withdrawing. And
One example is like that. You try to pick up some, big speaker. We try to beat them.
Beat who? Big speaker.
Beat them.
So we're just going to criticize somebody.
Yeah,
why don't we try?
I tell you like that. I just recently and I
What's
show
his
you.
name?
No. I show you. I just take a picture of this one in the train. This is very famous. Do you know Wedge?
Domino? Oh, Wedge?
Wedge is very famous
Yeah,
journal
I
in
see.
Japan. And this month is the articles. Every article, everything this month. I can write it down everything. I can write it down everything by myself. I by myself, not 10 writers. I can write everything. This is China-US war. This is how to make innovation for English study. I can do it everything.
How about NEC?
This I did actually, 30 years ago. I tried to sell Japanese defense force 300 million US dollar proposal for Patriot missile system development. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. And NEC proposed.
You didn't get it.
NEC proposed 20 million. I proposed 300 million.
Jesus.
And NEC won.
Yeah, of course.
But this was happened bribe. Everybody arrested. So NEC currently they try to doing that. They are 10 years behind America. You can't do it. 30 years ago, same. Currently they never change. Their defense force and the NEC company too close each other. Blood close. They can do nothing. I know that. Accenture did at that time. They developed a Patriot missile system.
Really?
Currently, yeah, of course they have very strong, powerful defense force. But Japanese military never buy from America. This is wrong. You should buy American system development.
Yeah,
10 years, 20 years
Japanese people wouldn't do that.
ahead. China same. Okay, China is, I tell you, Huawei, 5G. This is hardware, actually. Not software, hardware, right? Chinese large-scale system development, 10 years, 20 years are behind, right? Compared with the United States. America is very strong, powerful system development. Sort of things, China, many people does not recognize current situation. America is ahead. Okay, I went to the state 1972. At that time, they have online system. 1972.
Online system?
Online system. We are going to open the screen. I can communicate with from Chicago to New York and Los Angeles. We could do that.
Kind of bulletin board system or something?
Yes, like a timeshare. This is ahead of 20 years ahead of internet. They could do that. So it means the American system is 20 years ahead still now. Big scale development like Cosmos, some satellite and some sort of. Russia, they just satellite but hardware. but they should not have. They don't have any software. China same. They-
However, Russia has very good software programmers.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to do program. I'm going to do some kind of system development. But Russia, they don't have big scale system development, IT skill, right? So I have IT skill. This is what I'm okay, just patient 1 year, 2 years as programmer. Then later, they okay, they some kind. I told you, okay, I can improve your database, it's kind of structure and so forth. Why don't you change it? Why don't you like this? This is like IT skill, not program. But Russia is very heavy skill for that program only. This is a low grade skill, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is just for 5G is the same. But nobody talking about that kind of.
No, actually, so I'm still not really clear as to why 5G is so hot and so important.
Oh, because very first is first running information very first, 10 times, 100 times.
Yeah, there.
Okay, you can get, it means 100 times information you try to get together all at once. It means currently we just market survey, market analysis. Okay, how many gigabytes we can handle it at a few seconds. And it means, okay, Shanghai city or the whole population, all people, and what kind of behavior, what kind of statistics they can get together. They cannot do that. But 5G can do it. Any kind of information, 100 times, no problem.
But is that so revolutionary?
Big revolution. Just connecting IoT and just connecting everything. Okay, just my refrigerator I have there and so on and so. They're going to ask me, Clyde, you should buy this, you should buy that, you need to throw this away and so on and so. And they never use for this shirt, or you just throw it away. They're going to tell me, okay? I do.
Your refrigerator is going to tell
Yeah,
you.
that's just this
Throw away
case
your
and
shirt.
those. You didn't touch this.
I
this
could
kind-
tell you that you should throw away that shirt. Because
Yeah,
you-
that's
you
true.
never-
But
you never- you never wear it.
I'm reluctant to do that. But if IoT can tell you.
But I don't think that 5G は関係ないと思う。でも
No, 5G is getting faster. Everything faster and has a big volume.
Yeah. But is it so revolutionary? Is
Yeah,
it
like
as
for example, just on smartphones, for example. Smartphones, they have antennas, big antenna they require, right? 5G, they just on a small box. Just put in anywhere.
Yep.
You don't need the big antenna, big tower,
Yeah, okay. So
everywhere.
it's incremental. It's not revolutionary. It's what I think. But
No, 100 times the revolution. Like you just installed the movie, it's 30 minutes, just 1 minute
Ma-
or 10 seconds.
very.
Not very, this is so quick, so fast. It means you can do the connect. It's a kind of 100 times faster. What's happened? Like going to Osaka, the current bullet train, 2 or 30 minutes, just only 10 minutes.
That has nothing to do with
Fly to New York,
No,
only 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. What's happened? That's the kind of just physically, just 10 minutes. It's a 10 hours, 10 minutes. What's happened? Those things
Maybe I will
happen.
go to Osaka more often.
No, you don't need to. Anytime you can go there. You don't
Yeah.
need to go.
だから nothing changed.
So, okay, but in the world we have a lot of problems, but
So
well, we can many major concern is very easy problem. I just have Japan is who are they?
who are okay?
They don't change. They never change. Behind history, behind everything, they don't move. They don't take action. Politics, economy, and culture, they stay there.
They don't become populist.
They don't become populist. And the Japanese people are satisfied at the current situation.
They have a widening income gap, but nothing compared to other countries.
They don't have not so much income gap.
No,
Everybody poor.
but it's getting bigger. Now. It's getting bigger.
No, getting bigger. This nothing changed past 30 years.
Mm,
Do you remember the stock price? 40,000. Now it's 20,000. Half. They never recover. They are satisfied. Okay, they are reducing asset price and they adjust lifestyle. Price is not no increase. It's very stable. But no improvement. But nothing wrong. This is a very weird. How come? But nobody knows.
But actually, it's kind of interesting to think about. Okay, what we see happening around us. We can think that nothing happens and everything is stable. But think about, for example, accounting firm.
What do you mean account?
Accounting firm like PwC, like EY, like.
You mean growing?
And actually, we can say nothing changes, but of course things will change because of AI, because of technological development. Their revenue will go down significantly.
Oh, really?
Of course.
How come Accenture passed 3 years 3 times?
3 times what?
Bigger?
No.
No.
Not 3
Bigger.
times bigger.
Bigger, 3 times bigger.
No, come on.
No,
Come on.
I tell you.
They're number 5 or 6 in Japan.
No, I tell you. 3 years ago, they are employed 5,000. Now it's 15,000.
The number of people.
Why Accenture? Only Accenture.
No, I see consulting firms are hiring heavily. But why they do that? Because they need to diversify away from. So a lot of IT companies are now investing to develop their skills to basically provide people who can help to guide Japan through the digital transformation. So to change, to basically to make sure that AI, robotics, IoT, everything that is actually going to be implemented. Because who else is going to do it? That's why Accenture and PwC and Deloitte, etc., are investing heavily and growing. But also because they like PwC, Deloitte, EY, they are thriving on audit. But the number of people involved in audit, that probably for all these companies that I mentioned, 60-70% of their staff, their revenue comes from audit.
Really?
They will lose that within.
Why they don't make more investment for IT area?
They do, but they do actually a lot, and that's why Accenture is growing. That's why also Deloitte and PwC. This morning I had a discussion with a guy who's working for a big IT company.
By the way, what do you want to say? What do you want to say?
What I want to say is that as an idea for a topic is to really look at to really look much deeper as to okay, nothing will change, but I don't think that is true. A lot will change in Japan. You say, oh well, we are happy. We are just gonna go moving. We're just going to be going concern. But I think actually a lot will change.
What can change?
Well, for example, if companies like PwC don't change very rapidly, if they don't turn around and switch their operation, they're going to be out of business within 10 years.
What can change? They
What kind of change? I think they can expect to lose a lot of their audit business because that's going to be automated and, of course, not entirely. But these companies.
But this is, of course, year goes by, society will go and change anyway. But this is nothing. There's normal changing. year by year. Globally, they are changing. Right?
I think actually a lot will change.
Of course, they are changing, but Britain change, American change. This is the same. World changing.
Right.
But China compared 10 years, they have big change. But this is Japan is behind everything in the rest of the world. This is true.
So, okay, but
I agree with the AI and everything.
as an idea for the topic, so why don't we try to really look into the future and not say, okay, well, things are going to change, but look at very specifically and say, okay, what exactly can we expect in terms of politics, in terms of technology, in terms of society, in terms of finance? Look at the big four problem.
Are you going to support for me my programmer business?